It's Paul Marsh, and I'm delighted to say that I've been joined by Donna Dawson, personality and behavioral psychologist. Donna, how are you?
I'm very well, Paul. How are you?
I'm very, very good, thank you. We are
Good.
going to talk about Valentine's Day
Yeah.
and what people get up to and all of those things. Now, I have to, before we even start, I have to say to you,
Uh-huh.
for the first time in I don't know how long, because I've got two children, I've got a 7 and an 11-year-old.
All right.
So for the first time in I don't know how long, I'm actually going out.
Oh,
I
well,
know.
that's
I've
okay.
stayed in for years and years and years and years and years, and
Yeah.
we're actually going out.
Well, you know what? Uh, it's whatever floats your boat. Whatever you don't do regularly it becomes the special thing. The DFS survey, however, showed that British couples' dating habits have changed in that they're swinging away from like, nights out to more like date night in.
Well,
And,
this is what I mean. So we did this
yeah,
for years and years and years.
yeah,
It was about staying at home because obviously with
of the
everything,
kids,
the kids, the
the
price of
cost
a
of babysitters.
babysitter, the taxis, and all the other
Yeah,
bits and
all of
pieces.
that.
Staying in, we'd cook a nice meal, whether it was a steak or whatever it was. We cook
Yeah.
a special meal, something that you wouldn't have
Yes.
of a normal night. Certainly not chicken nuggets and chips,
Exactly. Exactly.
or the
Yeah.
usual kids thing. See, we
Yeah.
do something really really nice, like you say, light a few candles, sit down, watch a film together, all of those bits and pieces, and that
Oh,
was
that's
what we did for
lovely.
years, and
Yeah.
it's really really nice.
Well, if you don't do something for a while, you can't have it. You want it even more. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that people want to stay in now because they've been going out too much. I think there's a couple of things going on. One is the cost of living and the
Yes.
expense of it all. And I think people have become more realistic about their expectations, in terms of going to the overpriced restaurant that's fully booked and the service is terrible and the food doesn't live up to your expectations. I've had that happen to me on Valentine's.
Yeah.
And in fact, my husband and I used to go out for lunch on Valentine's, so we'd miss the evening rush.
That's a
But,
great idea.
yeah, and the expense. The same food was actually cheaper. But I think now people are thinking, well, and this goes with the other thing about romance and passion. 83% of those interviewed said they thought it was impossible to keep passion going, forever in a long-term relationship, which is actually true. I mean, we're talking about those infatuation chemicals that probably only last 6 months to a year. And then you settle into a plateau relationship, which hopefully is good and based on number one in this survey, friendship, number two, loyalty, number three, sense of humor. So you're looking for the long-term traits that keep you going. And to that effect, a night in means you can control your space and you can decide what the agenda is going to be. So whether you dress up, dress down, cook a meal together, get a takeaway, watch TV or a film or play a board game, that even came up. You decide together, you make the preparations together, you make the scene special. You put the lighting down like candles, like you've probably done before, cushions, maybe a blanket. But also, people, 22% said, I'm going to get a new settee because, physical contact's really important. And there were a lot of people that wanted something they could actually snuggle on, cuddle up, hold hands. There's nothing worse than being lovely, mentally relaxed, and then find your furniture gets in the way.
100%, 100%. It's literally what we're talking about at the moment, me and my wife. We've had our sofa for, I'm not sure, 7, 8 years, something like that.
Yeah.
We've got a dog, and
Oh boy.
we've got a blanket over the sofa so that the
Yeah.
dog doesn't mess it up. And he's just started scratching the blanket back to get underneath. And we've been
Oh,
making this decision, and exactly what
yeah.
you've just said. Depending on what age you are and what you do and all of those
Yeah.
when you sit down at the end of the evening, whether it's a normal night or Valentine's night, whatever it is,
Yeah.
your sofa is such a special place because it's where you relax, it's
Yeah.
where you sit together, it's where you chill out and you have your relaxing time together, which you don't get enough of. So if it's on
Yeah.
something which you find maybe a bit uncomfortable or it's going to put you in a bad
Oh,
mood or it hurts your back or whatever it is,
yeah.
I don't think people I don't think people realize how important your sofa is.
Paul, can I just say, I had one Valentine's night with my husband, and he was in his recliner, and I was on the settee, and I kept wanting him to join me, and he was too comfortable. And then it turned out later, after I, expressed how hurt I was, that he was 6'2.5". The sofa wasn't comfortable for him, and I didn't
Right,
even know that.
right, yeah,
So
okay.
those things can get in the way. And of course, I misinterpreted it as him not wanting to be with me. So yeah,
You're grumpy this evening. What's the matter with you?
so yeah, I mean, it does play a definite role, and you know, people don't want to be told what romance is. I think we've moved away from chocolates and red roses, and basically laughter came up about 4 times in the
Yeah.
survey, which for me was very interesting because I know laughter stimulates those feel-good hormones in the body, and they help you to bond closer with someone. So whether you're laughing about something that happened to both of you earlier, or reminiscing about how you met, or you have an in-joke, or you're doing good-natured Mickey taking, as they call it. It's all very important to kind of bind the relationship closer. So, you know, there are reasons why people want to stay in, but it sounds to me like you've probably already done all this and you're just looking to ring the changes.
Well, to be fair, we're doing this because we're going to one of our favorite restaurants that we go to,
Uh,
and it is a bit of a rare occasion. Like
yeah,
I say, 9 times. Like I say, 7-Eleven are our kids. I dare say the last time we went out for what you would call a romantic Valentine's Day date
yeah,
was probably 8 years ago or something like that. And it's
yeah.
funny you should say it. So we did do. So when we have our Valentine's Day at home, we do dress up. I put on, a nice shirt, and my wife will
Ah,
put on a nice dress, and we'll sit there at the table and have a nice bottle of wine. Let's say
oh,
some nice
yeah,
food, some candles.
yeah, great.
But
How long have you been married, Paul? How long have you been married?
10 years this year. 10 years
Oh,
this year.
fantastic. Well,
Um,
congratulations. You're doing well.
Thank you. Yeah, we're in overtime at the moment.
Yeah. Do you ever find time of an evening if you're together to talk about where the relationship is going and how you each feel in the relationship? Because I think sometimes we need to check in with what's going on there
You
too.
know what? I think once you've been together for a certain amount of time, I think yes, whether it's in the evening, I think like I've mentioned earlier, the evening is very much our relaxing time. We try
Yeah,
to find a TV show that we both equally like, and we put that on,
yeah,
we relax together. But what we do like to do, if we can, maybe on a Thursday or a Friday, if we can, before we pick the kids up from school, we try and go
yeah.
for lunch or a coffee. And that tends
Oh,
to be, we call it download time,
oh,
where
that's
you
great.
actually talk to each other about what's been going on in your life and how you're feeling and if you're
Yeah,
happy and all of those other bits and pieces,
yeah,
away from the house. It seems to be
yeah.
a bit of a, I don't know, a mutual meeting ground. So in the evening, like I say, we can have that quality time together, and whether
Yeah.
it's cuddling up and watching a TV show, or whether it's just being together, and being together. Like I know sharing a comfortable silence is on the list with
It
42%,
is.
and I think
Which,
it's
yeah,
very very important to be able to be with someone where you can comfortably be in each other's place and not have to
not
engage in
have to talk
conversation.
if you don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you obviously found the right place to where you can let off steam before your quality night. And I would say on a date in, try not to talk about, the work worries or the daily grind or the bills. Save that for another time. Just try and enjoy each other's company and try and remember what it was that attracted you to that person in the first place,
yeah.
because that will stimulate closeness too. I mean, life is tough. And relationships do need a bit of nurturing. But, they don't need a lot of work. They just need some, and they need regular input. But Jesus, Paul, you are on the right track.
We're trying. Same as every married couple. We've had
Yeah,
ups and downs, and we've been through everything in the last 10 years. Like I say, two
yeah,
kids and all the other usual bits and pieces. So
yeah,
you do have lows in a marriage, and right at the moment we're in a very very good place. But it's because we've worked hard at it, and because
exactly.
we've made things in our life that really make sense for us. And those evenings in sharing
Yeah,
a meal, sharing a TV show that you like,
exactly.
sitting down together in that comfort
Important,
is
important.
been a
And I
real
tell you what, if you are thinking of a new settee, they've got a special deal on for Valentine's next week, and it's part of their winter sale. So do check out their website. And on their website, they have got top tips for a good date night in, as well as something called sofa etiquette. So you can read about how you sit on your sofa. Reflects your relationship.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so people should go and have a look at that. It's on dfs.co.uk.
Do they sell dog repellents? Keep our dog off of the sofa.
Oh, that I don't know. You might have to go to a pet shop. I have 5 cats, so I know the problem. They go on and start kneading the blankets. All my blankets have got threads sticking out of them.
Oh,
Terrible.
Donna, it's been absolutely lovely to talk to you. Thank you so much for talking to me. Enjoy
Have a
the
good
rest of your
night
day.
out, Paul. You deserve it.
Thank you very much.